Welcome to the Regina Miller Talk Show, where you get all of me. Today, our topic is going to be Teen Mom to Boss Mom. I'm going to tell you the journey and how it all took place. Thank you for my co-host, my beautiful, amazing daughter. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am Donnell. I'm the youngest, and I'm beyond honored to be here with my mom as her co-host, as she tell you all her remarkable story. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it.
This is a story that I have so much joy in sharing. I was a teen mom in high school. I had 2 children in high school. I was dedicated. My teachers told me, if you come to school every day, we will pass you. They knew I had a husband. I was married in the 10th grade. He was in the 11th grade. I was in the 9th grade. And so they all knew him and they knew me. Long story short, I had people rooting for me even as a teenager. So I was
being a teenage mom. What were some things that you struggled with and you faced from a physical, mental?
Yeah. It was challenging. Every day was challenging. Just like my life now. I think life is challenging. It's just what level of strength you have to go day to day with your struggle. And so for me, I just think I was born with I'm going to get there. I'm going to keep going. Nothing is going to stop me. As long as I live, I have to do this. So.
But what are some things that people...
Okay, I'm finna hit on that. Like, I couldn't do what teens without kids was doing. That's number one. Okay. I could do nothing that teenagers was doing without kids. That wasn't my world. I don't know what a teenager do. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was a teen wife and mom. Okay. Church of God in Christ, no one frowned upon me, thank God. And I think that support is what got me to today, because nobody, judged me for, doing what I did. And I made it right by the Lord. I got married, I didn't just have children. I got married. And I think that's why the church respected me also, because I made that decision to be not just a teenager, just popping babies. I made him marry me. And I'm not going to say made, but that was my religion, and he respected it, and we got married. And so I had a family. You know what I'm saying?
Sign off on the marriage? How did that go? Did Papa have to sign off on the marriage, or
Papa didn't sign off on nothing? Your grandfather said, "I'm not dealing with it. I don't want to hear nothing about no teenager getting married." He said, "You can have them kids. You ain't got to have no husband." He said, "That man ain't no man, and you ain't marrying no man, and I'm not for it, and I'm not signing nothing." My daddy went on vacation when I got married. My father loved him. Don't get me wrong. But he was not supportive of him marrying his daughter. And that's because I had a real man as a father, and he could recognize a real man. And I'm going to leave that right there. Again, that's another conversation. And so for other things that, I think that bothered me versus somebody else bothering me, I felt different all the time, I knew people was looking at me like, dang, she married and she, and that's what made me go even harder for my family, because I wasn't going to be a statistic. Everybody thought I was going to be one. They was like, she married, she got all these kids in high school, she ain't going to be nothing, You know how that go. Right. You hear it, but they don't come to you. And then your mind play tricks on you and make you think they saying it maybe when they not. But all it did for me was light a fire and make me say, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. And not just, proving everybody wrong, but I need to be able to take care of my kids. I'm a young girl with children. I got to make this thing work, And so I just kept rising above all of my obstacles, all of the things that could have stopped me from graduating from high school on time. I didn't let nothing stop me. I graduated high school on time, everyone, with a husband and 2 children, and graduated with my baby girl in my stomach. Come on, somebody. I buried a child in high school. Queen Victoria was my firstborn, the first baby in the daycare at the school. She died while I was in the 11th grade. My whole school supported me. Everyone loved her because, of course, she was the first baby in the daycare again. And it was a highlight, to love her, And so for her to die, I just had so much support from my school, Sarah J. Hale High School. Shout out to them. And these things just pushed me, losing my child. I had to prove to her, like, your mommy is going to be somebody, you know what I mean? The conversations I had with her, like, I'm going to tell the world why you left me so soon. Like, I had a charge on my life as a teenager. I'm telling my daughter who's dying that I'm in the 11th grade. I'm talking to my daughter who's dying, and I'm in the 11th grade, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I was always old and wise before my time, because of the things that I just went through young and how I started my life early. I can relate to our ancestors getting married at 8 and, in the fields, at 12, because some people just live their life out early, And so I'm just privileged. That's why I was so happy to reach 50, because I started life so young. To reach 50 is like I'm 100. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
With my experiences, and that's what everyone will learn, as we continue to share these amazing stories.